Hello everyone, welcome back to our channel GSIPUC Mysuru. In the last session we solved some of the problems on KCL and KVL, that is Kirchhoff's voltage law and Kirchhoff's current law. In this session also we will be continuing with the problems of the same topic. So let's begin with the first problem. So this is the problem what is given. Determine the branch currents and voltage drops across each resistor. Here in this particular diagram they have given 4 different resistors. You have to calculate the branch currents, that is I1, I2 and I3. Along with that you have to find out the voltage drop across each resistor. How to find out the voltage drop? V is equal to I into R. The current flowing through that resistor into that resistance value is the voltage drop across that resistor. But we do not know the values of I1, I2 and I3 in order to find out the voltage across that resistor. So first let us find out the branch currents. So here the branch currents directions already they have given. We have to draw the loop current direction. Let us call this as first loop and this as the second loop. Okay, now we have to apply KVL to each loop separately. Apply KVL to loop 1. So, in the first loop we are having a voltage source which is having a voltage of 12 volts and 2 resistors which is equal to 4 ohms and 8 ohms. So, 12 is equal to I1 into 4 plus 8 into I2. The branch current direction as well as the loop current directions are same. So, we are going to take the positive IR drops. So, 12 is equal to 4I1 plus 8 I2. Let us name this as equation number 1. Now, applying KVL to loop 2. So, in a loop 2, we are not having any kind of voltage source, that is EMF is equal to 0, and we are having 3 different resistors, 5 ohm, 3 ohm and 8 ohm, and the current which is flowing through this 3 ohm resistor is same as the current which is flowing through 5 ohm resistor, because 5 and 3 are in series. So, this I3 itself flows through 5 ohms as well as 3 ohms. I3 ಹೀಗೆ ಬಂದಿದ್ದು ಬೆಂಡ್ ಆಗಿ 3 ohms ಮುಖಾಂತರನೂ ಫ್ಲೋ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. So, 0 is equal to, now the direction of I3, that is the branch current I3 and the loop current is same. So, positive IR drops over here, and for this I3, this itself is I3 and the loop current direction are same. Again IR drop for 3 ohms is positive. Whereas coming to this I2 branch, the loop current is flowing from downward to upward direction, whereas the branch current is flowing from upward to downward direction. They are moving opposite to each other. So, the IR drops for this 8 ohms is negative. So, let us first write 5 into I3 plus 3 into I3 minus 8 into I2. Why I have written this 5 I3, 3 I3? Because the same current I3 flows through both the resistors 5 ohm and 3 ohm. Why I have written as minus of 8 I2? Because the branch current I2 and the loop current are flowing in the opposite direction, hence the IR drop will be considered as negative. So, 0 is equal to 5 plus 3, 8 I3 minus 8 I2. Let us call this as equation number 2. If you look at equation number 1 and equation number 2, we are having only I2 as the common factor, so that will get eliminated. I am having plus 8 I2 and minus 8 I2, so that eliminate agate. But here I am having I1 and here I am having I3. So, there are 2 unknown parameters. So, I cannot directly solve this equation 1 and 2. So, what we have to do? We have to apply KCL to any node. If I am going to consider this as a node, you have to apply KCL, that is Kirchhoff's current law, to this particular node. Let me name that node as A. Applying KCL to node A. That is, the sum of the currents entering the node is equal to sum of the currents leaving that node. If you look into this node, the current which are entering is just I1 and the current which are leaving that node is I2 as well as I3. So, I1 is equal to I2 plus I3. From this, I3 can be written as I1 minus I2, I1 minus I2. So, let us substitute for I3 from that. 0 is equal to 8 into I1 minus I2 minus 8 I2, which gives me 8 I1, 8 into I1 equals 8 I1 minus 8 I2 minus 8 I2, this part is equal to 0, which gives me 8 I1 minus you are going to add minus of 16 I2 is equal to 0. Let us call this as equation number 3. Now, solving equation 1 and 3, we get 4 I1 plus 8 I2 is equal to 12, whereas this third equation is 8 I1 minus 16 I2 is equal to 0. Now, in order to cancel this parameter I2, I have to multiply this equation by 2. So, 4 2s are 8 I1 plus 16 I2 is equal to 24, whereas this is 8 I1 minus 16 I2 is equal to 0. This gets cancelled. So, I will be left with 16 I1 is equal to 24, or I1 is equal to 24 divided by 16, which gives me 1.5 amps. So, I1 is 1.5 amps. You can use this value, that is I1 equals 1.5 amps in any of the equation. Let me consider this equation itself. 4 I1 plus 8 I2 is equal to 12. So, in place of I1, I have to substitute 1.5 plus 8 I2 is equal to 12. 1.5 into 4 gives me 6. So, 8 I2 is equal to 12 minus 6. 12 minus 6. So, I2 is equal to 12 minus 6 is 6 itself. 6 divided by 8 gives me 0.75 amps. So, I2 value is 0.75 amps. This is the second current, that is I2. Now, we know the value of I1 and I2. Using this expression, I3 is equal to I1 minus I2, where I1 value is 1.5, I2 value is 0.75, then I will be getting I3 as 0.75 amps. So, I1 value is 1.5, I2 is 0.75, I3 is also equal to 0.75 amps. Clear? Now, we have to find out the voltage across each resistor. Let me erase this part. In order to find the voltage across any resistor, what you have to do is you have to multiply the current flowing through that resistor and its resistance value. So, the voltage drop across, let us denote that as 4 ohms. The voltage drop across 4 ohms, and the current which is flowing through 4 ohms is I1. So, we are having this basic relation V is equal to I into R. So, in order to find the voltage drop across any of the resistor, what you have to do is you have to consider the current which is flowing through that resistor into that resistance value. So, the voltage drop across 4 ohm is equal to I1 into 4, where I1 value is 1.5. So, I will be getting the voltage drop as 6 volts. Similarly, the voltage drop across 8 ohms anta helidaga, this is the 8 ohm. So, the voltage drop across 8 ohm anta helidaga, I2 into 8, where I2 value is 0.75 into 8. So, we will be getting 6 volts. And the voltage drop across 5 ohms, the current which is flowing is I3 into that resistance value, that is equal to 5. So, I3 value is 0.75 into 5. 0.75 into 5 gives me 3.75 volts, and the last, the voltage drop across 3 ohms is equal to, the current flowing through 3 ohms is I3 only. I3 into 3, 0.75 into 3 gives me 2.25 volts. So this is how we are going to calculate the voltage drop across each resistor. The voltage drop can be calculated by multiplying the current flowing through that resistor into that resistance value. Clear? Now we will move on to the next problem. This is the next problem where you have to find out the total current in the circuit and also the branch currents. Total current anta helidanga, it is nothing but I, and the branch currents are nothing but I1 and I2. So if you look into this diagram, these resistors, that is R1 and R2, are connected in parallel. So the voltage across these resistors are same, that is 6 volts itself. This 6 volts will be appearing across this R1 and the same 6 volts will be appearing across R2. So now it is very much easy for us to find out this I1 and I2, because I is equal to V divided by R, where V is nothing but the voltage across that component, that is the resistor, and R is nothing but the resistance of that particular resistor, and voltage is nothing but 6 volts itself. So I1 is equal to V divided by R1, where V value is 6 and R1 value is 10 kilo, that is 10 into 10 to the power of 3. So 0.6 into 10 to the power of minus 3 amps. Why 10 power minus 3? Because in the denominator we are having 10 to the power of plus 3. When it goes to the numerator, its value is 10 power minus 3. Similarly, I2 is equal to V divided by R2, where V value is 6. R2 value is again 10 kilo, that is 10 into 10 to the power of 3. So I will be getting 0.6 into 10 to the power of minus 3 amps. Both the values I1 and I2 are same because the resistance values are same. 10 kilo ne eradu resistance value, and the voltage across each resistor is 6 volts same irodrinda I1 and I2 value will be the same. So in order to find out the total current I, as soon as the total current reaches this point, the current will take two separate diversions. One is I1, other one is I2. So we have to apply KVL to this particular node. So apply KCL to node, I will be getting I is equal to I1 plus I2, where I is equal to 0.6 plus 0.6 into 10 to the power of minus 3, which is equal to 1.2 into 10 to the power of minus 3 amps. So the total current is 1.2 milliamps, whereas the branch currents I1 and I2 values are 0.6 milliamps. Clear? Now we will move on to the next problem. So this is the next problem, that is you have to find the current through each branch of the network. Here they have given the arrow marks for each branch, but they have not named those branches. So let us denote these branches as I1, I2 and I3. Branch currents as I1, I2 and I3. And they have not even drawn the loop current. So let us draw the loop current. Let us call this as first loop, and illinda hige flow agadana beda ee direction irodna second loop anta consider madu aita. So now let us consider only the first loop. If you look into this first loop, you are having two EMFs. One is having 12 volts, the other one is 2 volts. Let us mark these potentials plus minus plus minus. So KVL na first loop ku apply ಮಾಡಬೇಕು, where the KVL states that this algebraic sum of the EMF. Here I have to consider two EMF, one is 12 volts and 2 volts. So sign conventions ನಾವು ನೋಡಿಕೊಂಡು ಹಾಗೆ ಆಡ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕಾ ಸಬ್ಟ್ರಾಕ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕಾ ಅಥವಾ ಸೈನ್ ಸಿಂಬಲ್ ನ ನಾವು ನೋಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಬೇಕಾಗುತ್ತೆ. And here in the first loop I am having two resistors whose value are equal to 2 ohms. So now let us write. The loop current is flowing in this direction, that is from the negative polarity of the battery to the positive polarity of the battery. So the sign convention for this is positive. So apply KVL to loop 1. So 12 algebraic sum of EMF ಅಂತ ಹೇಳೋದ್ರಿಂದ ನಾನು EMFನು ಇವಾಗಲೇ ಕನ್ಸಿಡರ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೋಬೇಕಾಗ್ತದೆ. Now the loop current is flowing from positive terminal of the battery to the negative terminal of the battery. ಈ ಡೈರೆಕ್ಷನಲ್ಲಿ ಫ್ಲೋ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇರೋದ್ರಿಂದ EMFಗೆ ನಾವು ನೆಗೆಟಿವ್ ಸೈನನ್ನು ಕನ್ಸಿಡರ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕಾಗತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ -2 is equal to, now the current I1 is flowing in this direction here in this branch ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದಾಗ ಇಲ್ಲೂ ಕೂಡ ಇದೇ ಡೈರೆಕ್ಷನ್ ಫ್ಲೋ ಆಗ್ತಿರುತ್ತಲ್ವಾ. ಸೊ the branch current as well as the loop current are flowing in the same direction, hence the IR drop of this particular branch can be considered as positive. So 2I1. Next, coming to this branch where I2 is flowing from upward to downward direction, whereas the branch current is also flowing in the same direction, so the IR drop here also has to be considered as positive, that is 2I2. Clear? So sign convention is very very important in these problems. Correct agi idu IR drops na consider ಮಾಡಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ if the branch currents and the loop currents are flowing in the same direction, then the IR drops must be considered as positive. If both are moving in the opposite direction, then IR drops must be considered as negative. ಅದೇ EMF ಗೆ ಸೈನ್ ಕನ್ವೆನ್ಷನ್ ಬರಿಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ ಅಥವಾ ವೋಲ್ಟೇಜ್ ಸೋರ್ಸ್ ಗೆ ಸೈನ್ ಕನ್ವೆನ್ಷನ್ ಬರಿಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ if the loop current is flowing from negative terminal of the battery to the positive terminal of the battery, then that EMF sign must be considered as positive, whereas if the loop current is flowing from positive to negative side of the battery, then that EMF, the sign convention negative anta ತಗೋಬೇಕಾಗುತ್ತೆ. So if I am going to simplify this, 2I1 plus 2I2 is equal to 10. Let me call this as equation number 1. Now coming to this, here 25 volts idu positive, idu negative. So here 25 volts negative terminal inda positive terminal ಅಥವಾ ನೆಗೆಟಿವ್ ಪೊಲಾರಿಟಿ ಇಂದ ಪಾಸಿಟಿವ್ ಪೊಲಾರಿಟಿ ಡೈರೆಕ್ಷನ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ನನಗೆ ಕರೆಂಟ್ ಫ್ಲೋ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇರೋದ್ರಿಂದ ಇದ್ರದ್ದು ಸೈನ್ ಕನ್ವೆನ್ಷನ್ ಮಸ್ಟ್ ಬಿ ಟೇಕನ್ ಆಸ್ ಪಾಸಿಟಿವ್. whereas coming to this 2 volts ಇಲ್ಲಿ ನೆಗೆಟಿವ್ ಸೈನ್ ಕನ್ವೆನ್ಷನ್ ತಗೋಬೇಕಾಗುತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ ಅಪ್ಲೈ KVL to loop 2, then 25 minus 2 is equal to IA drops na ನೋಡೋಣ. So the current is flowing in this direction ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದಾಗ 5 ohms ಮುಖಾಂತರ ಇದೇ ಡೈರೆಕ್ಷನ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಫ್ಲೋ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. So the loop current direction as well as the branch current, that is I3, are same. So positive IA drop. Coming to this, I2 and the branch current are flowing in the same direction. Again the IA drops of 2 ohms is positive, is equal to 5I3 plus 2I2. ಆ ರೆಸಿಸ್ಟರ್ನಲ್ಲಿ ಯಾವ ಕರೆಂಟ್ ಫ್ಲೋ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇರುತ್ತೋ ಆ ಕರೆಂಟನ್ನು ನಾವು ಕನ್ಸಿಡರ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. ಸೊ 2I2 plus 5I3 is equal to 23. Let me call this as equation number 2. As we have already discussed in the earlier problems, here I am having I1 and I2 as the two parameters, whereas here I2 ಮತ್ತು I3 ಇದೆ. So I cannot directly simplify this. So what we have to do? You have to apply KCL to this particular node. Apply KCL to node A. Let me call it as A. Then what we are going to get? I1 equals current entering. I1 plus I3 equals the current leaving, that is I2. Let us substitute for I2 itself in both the equations. So in the first equation, if I substitute for I2 as I1 and I3, then the expression will be 2I1 plus 2I1 plus 2I3, which is equal to 10. I2 jaganalli within the brackets I will be substituting I1 plus I3. Just multiply 2I1 plus 2I3. So 2 plus 2 is equal to 4I1. This equation will be 4I1 plus 2I3 is equal to 10. Let me call this as equation number 3. Similarly, for this second equation, 2 into I1 plus I3 gives me 2I1 plus 2I3. I1 ಹಾಗೆ ಉಳಿಯುತ್ತೆ, I3 5I3 ಇದೆ, 2I3 ಇದೆ. I am writing directly, ಬೇಡ ಸಪ್ರೇಟ್ ಆಗಿ ಬರ್ತೀನಿ. 2I1 plus 2I3 plus 5I3 is equal to 23, and this equation will be equal to 2I1 plus 5 plus 2 is equal to 7I3, which is equal to 23. Let us call this as equation number 4. Now you can easily simplify equation 3 and 4. Solving equation 3 and 4, we get 4I1 plus 2I3 is equal to 10. 2I1 plus 7I3 is equal to 23. So in order to cancel I1 or I3, let me consider to cancel I1 itself. So I have to multiply this by 2. So first equation will be written as it is, 4I1 plus 2I3 is equal to 10. 2 into 2, that is 4I1 plus 7 into 2, 14I3 is equal to 46. Let me change the sign. So this gets cancelled. 40 plus 2 minus 14 gives me minus 12I3, and plus 10 minus 10 gives me minus 36. So I3 is equal to, minus minus sign cancel ಆಗ್ತದೆ, I3 is equal to 3 amps. ಹೌದಾ? We have got the I3 value. So let us use any of these relationship and find out I1 value also. 4I1 plus 2I3 is equal to 10. So 4I1 plus I3 diagonally we have to substitute 3. So 2 into 3 gives me 6 is equal to 10. 4I1 is equal to 10 minus 6, which is equal to 4. I1 is equal to 4 divided by 4, which is equal to 1 amps. Clear? Now we have come up with I3 and I1. You can easily find out I2 value. I2 is equal to I1, that is 1 amps. I3, that is equal to 3 amps. So I2 value is 1 plus 3, which gives me 4 amps. Clear? The problems are simple, but only thing is you have to put the correct sign conventions in the IR drops and the EMFs. Clear? Now we will move on to the last question of this session. This is the next problem where you have to find the current through each branch of the network. So in this diagram, they have not given the directions of the branch current nor the direction of the loop current. So you have to mark the direction of branch current as well as the direction of loop current. So let me consider that the current direction, that is the branch current of this branch, is in this direction. Let me call that as I1, and let me consider that I2 is flowing in this direction and I3 is flowing in this particular direction. Now let us mark the loop current. Let us call this as loop 1 and this as loop 2. Right? Now apply KVL to loop 1. Apply KVL to loop 1. So here this is the positive terminal of the battery, whereas this is negative terminal. This is positive, negative, positive, negative. Now the current, the loop current is flowing in this direction, that is negative, from the negative polarity of the battery to the positive polarity of the battery. So the sign convention for 12 volts is positive. Whereas coming to this part, plus in the minus side ge move aagta ide branch loop current. So the sign convention for 4 volts is minus 4. Clear? Now coming to this IR drops, the loop current as well as I1 current are flowing in the same direction. So IR drop for 6 is 6 I1 plus I2, and the loop current is flowing in the same direction through this 4 ohm. So the sign convention for 4 ohm, that is the IR drop across 4 ohms, must be considered as positive. So 4 I2. Let us simplify this. 6 I1 plus 4 I2 is equal to 8. Let me call this as equation number 1. Now let us apply KVL to loop 2. Coming to this particular loop, second loop, the loop current is flowing from negative polarity of the battery towards the positive polarity of the battery when you are considering 6 volts. So, sign convention for this is positive, whereas coming to this, the loop current is flowing in this direction, that is from positive to negative. So, this sign convention must be considered as negative. So, 6 minus 4 is equal to, now IR drops idik consider madidre the branch current as well as the loop current are flowing in the same direction. So, IR drop for this is positive, whereas coming to this IR that is the branch current I2 as well as the loop current both are flowing in the same direction. So, the IR drop across 4 ohms is also positive. So, 4 I2 plus 2 I3. Let us call this as equation number 2. Aita? But again simultaneous equation use madadaga will not be able to eliminate one complete parameter. So, what you have to do? You have to apply KCL for this particular node. Apply KCL to node A. Then what you are going to get? Sum of the currents entering that node, that is I1 plus I3 is equal to sum of currents leaving that node, that is nothing but I2. So, what to do? Let us substitute for I2 itself. So, in this particular expression 6I1 plus 4 into I1 plus I3, that is 4I1 plus 4I3 is equal to 8. So, 6 plus 4, which is nothing but 10I1 plus 4I3 is equal to 8. Let me call this as equation number 3. Coming to this part, 6 minus 4 is equal to 2, 4I2 plus 2I3. Ee party bandaga I2 jaganali we are going to substitute as I1 and I3. So, 4I1 plus 4I3 plus 2I3 is equal to 2. So, 4I1 plus 4 plus 2 is equal to 6I3 is equal to 2. Let me call this as equation number 4. Now, we have to solve equation 3 and 4. Solving equation 3 and 4, we are going to get it as 10I1 plus 4I3 is equal to 8, that is equation number 3, and equation number 4 is 4I1 plus 6I3 is equal to 2. So, what can be done over here? You have to multiply the first equation with 4 and the second equation with 10 in order to cancel this I1 completely. So, 10 4s is equal to 40 I1 plus 4 4s are 16 I3 plus 8 4s are 32. Next, 10 4s are 40 I1 plus 10 6 are 60 I3, which is equal to 2 10s are 20. Now, you have to change the sign. I1 gets cancelled. So, I will be left with 16 minus 60. I will be getting minus 44 I3, which is equal to 32 minus 20, which is equal to 12. So, I3 is equal to 12 minus 12 divided by 44. 12 divided by 44 with the minus sign. So, I3 value is equal to 0.272 amps with the minus sign. Here the minus sign indicates that the direction of the current is reverse. So, now in I3 na ee direction tagondidivo, if I am going to get the negative symbol, then the direction of this branch current must be opposite to that. That is, ee direction tagondidivo, the branch current must be taken in this direction anta ashte. So, I3 value we have got. So, let us calculate this I1 value from this equation. 10 I1 plus 4 I3 is equal to 8. So, 10 I1 plus 4 into 0.272 gives me, let me write the minus symbol here itself, 1.088 which is equal to 8. So 10I1 is equal to 8 plus 1.088, that is 9.088 which is equal to 10I1. So just cross multiply now. I1 equals 9.088 divided by 10 gives me 0.9088 amps. So I1 is equal to 0.9088 amps. Since I have got the positive value, the direction of the branch current what I have taken is correct anta. Now let us calculate I2, which is equal to I1 plus I3. I1 value is 0.9088, I3 value is minus 0.272, 0.272. So I2 value is 0.6368 amps. So this is the final answer of I2. So find out the branch current for the following network anta helidaga, you have to identify the branch current and you have to mark the loop currents. Either you can take in the clockwise direction or in the anti-clockwise direction and write the equations accordingly and solve through the simultaneous method. Clear? Now let me conclude this session at this point. In the next session I will be coming with a new topic. Until then, take care. Bye bye.